Royal Stadium for tonight's contest between the Bruins of Padua Franciscan High School and your CVCA Royals. The Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy Board of Trustees and Administration team welcome you and hope you enjoy the interscholastic classic contest about to be played. These two schools are members of the Ohio High School Athletic Association and abide by their rules of eligibility and contest regulations. In order to make today's contest as enjoyable as possible, please represent your school and community in a positive and respectful manner. That means follow the rules, speak and act responsibly, and show courtesy and respect for your fellow fans, the officials and coaches, the administrators and authority figures, and of course your team and opponents. Let's make today's contest great by remembering to respect the game. Thank you. The officials assigned to this game have been selected and assigned according to the procedures adopted by the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Let's give a warm welcome to Linda Ocean Koshin, Steve Denish, and Nate Stocko. Now, let's meet the starters. First, for the visiting Bruins, number 1, Nora Kenny. Number 3, Mallory Short. Number 7, Ella Rusinski. Number 9, Peyton Duke. Number 10, Paige Bethany. Number 11, Smiley Cohagen. Number 13, Peyton Thomas. Number 16, Adeline Schmidt. Number 19, Marina Bryan. Number 22, Grace Merchkowski. Number 25, Isabella Geffert. The Bruins are coached by Mara Kwiatkowski. And now, let's meet the starters for your Royals. Number 1, Teresa Bertoni. Number 2, Sophie Fox. Number 3, Greta Bigham. Number 4, Aylin Creco. Number 7, Emma Mitchell. Number 8, Jess Hart. Number 10, Maddie Trainer. Number 14, Jules Truax. Number 21, Zoe Polyak. Number 33, Amy Larker. Number 37, Jules Yousefi. And in goal tonight for your Royals, number 45, Avery Ucker. The Royals are coached by Christy Mitchell. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time we ask that you please rise for a pregame prayer, followed by the playing of our national anthem. Father, we ask your blessing on this game we are about to play. Give each one of us the courage to play the game in a manner by your words and action is pleasing to you. Let us enter into today's competition in a spirit of sportsmanship and with respect for the members of the opposing team. We ask you, Father, to bless each one of us, especially the coaches, officials, and players. Keep us under the protection of your Son, Jesus Christ, and help us to be aware of his presence with us in the game. Amen.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to CVCA live streams coverage of a special presentation of OHSAA Girls Lacrosse playoff action here from Royals Stadium. CVCA hosting Padua tonight in a playoff game here at the middle of May on a cool night. The Royals in Padua come into tonight's contest with CVCA with a record of 8-3. Padua coming in with a record of 7-9. It's the second meeting of the season this season between these two squads. The Royals victorious on April the 7th by a score of 14-7 here at Royals Stadium. Back on that night, CVCA's Greta Bigham led all scorers with 6 goals. Padua opened the season 1-7, but since that time, they've turned their season around, winning 6 of their last 8 contests. Bigham will be at the center of the field to take the opening draw tonight for the Royals. She is the go-to player for the Royals. Ready to get underway here tonight for the Royals and the Bruins. The Royals are coached by head coach Christy Mitchell. It's her second year as the CVCA head coach. She's got a long history here at Royals Stadium. And on the other side, it is the first year for head coach Mira Kwiatkowski, an alumni of the Padua Bruins, graduating back in 2023. We're ready to go from Royals Stadium. A playoff bid and an advancement opportunity to Walsh on the line tonight. CVCA and Padua from Cuyahoga Falls, Ohio. Whistle blows and we are underway, and immediately a violation, and it's going to go to Padua on the first possession of the contest. The Bruins, as we mentioned, winners of 6 of their last 8 contests, although they were in action last night against a very powerful Division I school in St. Joseph Academy. St. Joseph defeated these Bruins 21-4, but don't let that score fool you. St. Joseph defeated Walsh 16-5 this season, and the Walsh Jesuit team is the number 2 seed in this region here in Division II, Region 5. Padua, since that rough start, 1-7 on the season, again, winners of 6 of the last 8. The only other loss in that period was a loss to NDCL. There's a shot and a score. Padua is on the board first. They take the lead here at Royal Stadium, 1-0.
Goal for the Bruins, number 25, Isabella Geffert.
It's Isabella Geffert who gets on the board first tonight, and she put 3 on the board against CVCA, as you see the replay right here, right on the crease, and the defense of the Royals victimized there. Geffert gets her first of the night tonight. Again, 3 earlier. She was the leading scorer for these Bruins back on the 7th. It's the first lead of the season for Padua against CVCA. So once again, we reset at the center of the field. This time it's the Royals who come up with the loose ball. And the first possession of the night for CVCA. Jules Yousefi has it for CVCA. And the Royals will set up the offense. Up top. Jess Hart dishes. And a whistle there. It's going to be an early free position opportunity for CVCA, it looks like here. And it is Jess Hart who will take that. The Royals are 4 for 9 against Padua in the earlier meeting. And the defense stands tall there, so Hart's going to have to give it up. Actually, it was Aileen Creco. And that ball goes out of bounds. The Royals will get a restart, and they will get another free position. So this time it is Jess Hart, number 8, who'll get the free position opportunity. In goal, it is Sophia Swartwood. Hart drives in, shoots, and it's a save for Swartwood. Swartwood allowed 14 goals in the previous matchup on 23 shots, just 39%, but she saves the first one off a Royals cross tonight. knocked down by the Royals defense. That's Jules Truax with the caused turnover, and the Royals will reset. Amy Larker. Royals a young team. If you're watching lacrosse and the girls program for the first time, as a first broadcast this year, there are no seniors on this CVCA team. Royals roster dominated by a core set of juniors and a host of freshmen. Jules Yusefi, one of those freshmen, dishes down low. It's 21 for the Royals, Zoe Poliak. The Royals working the offense here. They'll dish back up to Hart. Hart drives in, shoots, and she scores. It's a CVCA goal for Jess Hart. Her 14th goal of the season for Jessica Hart. You got a chance to watch the replay right here. She drives to her right and beats Swartwood to find the equalizer early for the Royals. So one apiece here early, 9:06 to go. First quarter. That draw is controlled by CVCA once again. Royals dominated at the draw controls in the first game. Possession, the name of the game in lacrosse. And there's a loose ball right there. The Royals trying to dig out the ground ball, and it's Yusefi who does. And now the Royals will set up from the near side of the field. Yusefi up to Hart. Once again, winner of this game gets a matchup next Tuesday on a likely much warmer night. It is feeling like late March here at Royal Stadium. Game time temperature 51 degrees and dropping. Amy Larker up top. She'll dish to Hart. Royals have yet to get a touch to Greta Bigham, their leading scorer. Hart shoots. That goes wide, and the Royals win the chase and will keep possession. They'll retain it here. It's about 4 minutes in to period number one. I mentioned Greta Bigham yet to have a touch. 6 goals in the first game of these two teams, 48 goals on the season. Ball down and a whistle. They're going to get Padua for a foul. You see the 12-meter line. There's a 12-meter mark at a critical scoring area which starts at the 8-meter line. So the Royals will reset from the 12-meter arc here. Larker pressured from behind. He'll dish. Hart back to Larker. She's going to drive in. Finds pressure with a host of Padua Bruins. Dishes to her far side, and CVCA continues. Here comes a chance for the Royals. Shot, and another save by Swartwood. Loose ball, and the Royals again win the ground ball, and there's the first touch of the day for Greta Bigham. Larker driving in, her shot wide of the net, backed up at X by CVCA, and the possession will continue on offense for the Royals. CVCA working from behind the net, and now back up top. Larker. Shot, and a score for the Royals. Amy Larker gets the goal.
Number 33, Amy Larker.
Her 10th goal of the season for Larker, the freshman. And you see she works from the top, drives to her right in an open lane there, found the top of the net. Top corner, non-stick side, and Swartwood could not catch up to it. 2-1 Royals leading for the first time tonight. It's the first round of the Region 5 playoff bracket in Division 2 for the OHSAA girls lacrosse season. Push called on CVCA, and so Padua will start, but they put it right on the ground. Ball still loose. Loose ball push against Padua, and CVCA will get possession. On the far side, quickly up the far side of the field. The Royals put it on the turf, and again a scrum for it. Still loose. And finally dug out by CVCA. From behind, Taylor Mitchell gets checked. Padua had it for a moment, but stepped out of bounds. And so the Royals, after all that, will retain possession once again. 2-1 CVCA. Zoe Poliak on a crease roll. Now up top to Yousefi for CVCA. There's a drive and a score for the Royals. 3-1. This time it's number 4 for CVCA. Aylin Creco on the score. Goal number 12 on the year for Creco. And a timeout is called. You see Creco split the defense right there. And that quickly results in a timeout from the Padua Bruins. So we mentioned before that Greta Bigham is the key scorer for CVCA. And we look to her to have a big game tonight. Although she's starting off slow, the Bruins certainly know about her. And here's Greta's stats on the season. 48 goals to lead CVCA, 4 assists. Leads the team in ground balls, caused turnovers, and draw controls tonight. There's Greta pregame. Bigham will have a chance to get her 100th draw control on the season. She's quickly moving up the charts, the CVCA record books, and she certainly leads the team in all categories so far this season. But right now, the 3 goals scored by CVCA, Jess Hart had the first one, Amy Larker the second, and the third goal tonight scored by number 4, Aylin Creco. 3-1 CVCA leading here. As we mentioned before, the winner of this game will move ahead and have an opportunity to play Walsh next week. These two teams both competed in the North Coast Conference this season, as they do in all sports. Just so happens they matched up here in the playoffs in this playoff matchup. The Royals finished second to NDCL. Just a 1-goal loss separates CVCA and NDCL, giving NDCL a perfect regular season in the conference. The Royals finishing second. Padua at 1-4, but really improved over the course of the second half of the season, including that 11-10 loss to NDCL. So the Royals cannot afford to look past these Bruins tonight, who finished the season 7-9. So the timeout completed. Head coach Mira Kwiatkowski certainly wanting to get the attention of her team. They've done a good job so far holding up and holding back Greta Bigham. But the Royals have found other ways to find the back of the net. Ella Ruzinski takes the draw for Padua against Bigham as we get ready to reset here. 4:56 to go in the first period. And there is draw control number 98 on the season for Bigham, her first of the night. And the CVCA junior will start out on the offense for CVCA. Quick pass. CVCA with 3 straight goals, looking for another here. Yousefi dishes to Creco, who drives, and a whistle. It's going to be a free position called for CVCA. And Creco will have an opportunity to get her second of the night. Swartwood ready. She drives in, and she's stopped by Swartwood. But Swartwood's clear is knocked down. Loose ball push against Padua, and the Royals will once again see if they continue the pressure. Loose ball, and Bigham is there to scoop it up for CVCA. Reset the offense for the Royals. Glad you joined us tonight. Here comes a chance. Shot and a score for the Royals. It's the second of the night for number 4, CVCA's sophomore, Aylin Creco. Get another look at it right here. The Bruins paying the price for leaving that lane to their goal wide open, and Creco bounced that ball in, stick side, low against Swartwood. 4-1 CVCA. This time to draw one and controlled by Padua. We'll see if they can get one back here. The Bruins. Smilla Cohagen, who had the first and only goal for Padua tonight. Check that, it was Isabella Gefford who had the only Padua goal. Ball is loose, and whistle called against CVCA's Teresa Bertoni, so Padua restarts, but they put it right on the turf, and Bertoni with the ground ball pickup for the Royals. Bertoni is knocked down, and the whistle blows against Padua. Bigham trying to clear all by herself, and she'll get across midfield. Here comes the junior for CVCA, still looking for her first goal of the night, and she is clipped from behind. She'll dust herself off, and the Royals will restart.
Yellow card on Padua, 2-minute advantage score.
And they do issue a yellow card against the Bruins, and the Royals will have a man advantage for the next 2 minutes. It's number 19 who's whistled for that foul against Bigham, Mariana Bryan, who will sit for the next 2 minutes. So a man-up opportunity for CVCA. There were no yellow cards issued in the first matchup between these two teams. So Bryant sits. 2:59, I believe, to go. Royals will have it until just under a minute left in this period with an extra man. Up top, Royals with a error there, but they recover. Yousefi picks it up. She gets it to Poliak at X. She'll crease roll, looking for that opportunity low, but she'll think better of it, and the Royals will reset. Bigham, far side. Greta has it. She's going to drive to her right, up the middle, and she's met by a pair of Bruins. Her shot gets knocked wide, and the Royals will reset. Still about 1:20 to go on this extra man opportunity for CVCA. Royals up 4-1. Late part of the first quarter here. Amy Larker sends it down low to Poliak. Zoe, again trying to back in, looking for her own opportunity. Poliak still driving, whirling dervish, but loses the ball. And a clearance opportunity for Padua, but Jules Truax is there to poke it ahead, and CVCA is going to collect it. About 40 seconds left to go in the man-up opportunity. CVCA looking a little disheveled, shot, and that goes wide. The Royals will win the chase. About 20 seconds left. Up top for CVCA. Hart. Far side. Now Bigham. Bigham draws the crowd whenever she has it, but she drives, shoots, and she scores. First one of the night for Greta Bigham, and CVCA
Number 3, Greta Bigham
increases the lead to 5-1. Goal number 49 of the season for Bigham, finally solving that Padua man-down defense. Low, non-stick side against the senior Sophia Swartwood. The 5th goal of the night for CVCA, 5-1 Royals. So the extra man opportunity just about completed. Mariana Bryan will rejoin the proceedings in about 5 seconds. She's ready to go on the far side, as are the combatants at midfield. A violation against Padua. Royals will get the draw control. Back to even strength. Here comes Creco driving in, and now she'll pull it back out for the Royals. Larker. Poliak down low. Final 30 seconds. Zoe again trying to get that crease roll. Padua respecting that. And they'll reset up top. 18 to go. Stella Dotson. Her first touch of the night. Down low. Final 10 seconds. Poliak looking to dish. Cross field, and it's knocked down. And that's going to do it. 1 quarter in the books in this playoff game here at Royal Stadium. CVCA leading by a score of 5-1. A good first quarter for CVCA. They give up the first goal of the contest, but then the Royals get goals from Jess Hart, Amy Larker, a pair of goals from Aylin Creco, and finally Greta Bigham to put them up 5-1 at the end of the first quarter. If you're not familiar with girls lacrosse, or perhaps you spend more time watching boys lacrosse, obviously a different version of the game here, we'll put up the girls lacrosse rules and give you a quick primer. Four 12-minute quarters, just like the boys. An extra player on the field, 12 players, 4 attack, 3 midfielders, 4 defense women, and a goalie. As you see, the game has a draw instead of a face-off in the girls or women's game, and that occurs after each goal. We'll get one here at the start of the second quarter as well. We've had a couple of free positions already in the first quarter. Those are similar to penalty shots if you're more familiar with soccer, typically from that 8-meter arc for fouls in the critical scoring area, which is within that 8-meter arc. When a defensive foul occurs there, that results in an automatic 8-meter free position opportunity for a goal for the offensive player. Once again here, 5-1 the score. The Royals leading. Got some first period highlights for you, and we'll roll them right now. Here's that first goal of the contest. Came right to Padua's Isabella Geffert, and she put the Royals up 1-0. The Bruins held off CVCA early, but the Royals finally broke through. Here's number 8, CVCA's Jess Hart, the junior, put the Royals up 1-0. Second goal of that first quarter, Amy Larker found the back of the net. You get the close-up view here. And the look that Sophia Swartwood had, Larker put the Royals up 2-0. CVCA was far from done. Third goal of the quarter by Aylin Creco, splitting the defense right there. 3-0 Royals. And there's another one from Creco. And finally, Greta Bigham got the 5th one, but we'll have to hold on that one because the teams are headed back out on the field. Second quarter ready to go. CVCA leading 5-2. The Royals, once again, finished 8-3 on the season. CVCA second place in the North Coast Conference. Won their first 4 games of the season. Beat Lake Catholic, the defending conference champions in the opener, raising some eyebrows. A 10-9 overtime victory way back on March the 18th. then strung together wins against Uniontown Green, these Padua Franciscan Bruins, and a big win over Chagrin Falls here, 7-6, also in overtime, a perennial powerhouse in Division II. A couple of losses followed that 1-goal loss against NDCL and another 2-goal loss against Medina Highland. And then the Royals put together back-to-back wins against Beaumont and Hoban. Dropped a close one against against Copley, 10-9, before finishing up with wins against St. Vincent St. Mary and Holy Name. Royals will go right to left in the second quarter. Tim Nichols along with you here with CVCA Livestream's top-notch crew. And we'll continue on as the draw goes to the far side of the field. Not out of bounds, though, so the teams will battle for it over there. Whistle blows, and it will be CVCA who gets possession on the foul called against Padua. A loose ball push. Greta Bigham gives it up. Larker on the far side. Up top to Creco. Oh. Whistle blows, and it looks like an 8-meter.
Position Royals.
Here comes an 8-meter opportunity for CVCA. Shot in and a score, the third of the night for Aylin Creco.
Her third of the game, number 4, Aylin Creco.
Creco, another one for CVCA, 6-1. Another violation against Padua. CVCA pouring it on now, 6-1, 6 unanswered, looking for more. And the good news for the Royals is they're doing it as a team. Greta Bigham, only 1 goal. Hart runs into the defensive front of Padua and will reset. It's Amy Larker up top for the Royals. Creco with a hat trick already. The Royals work it back. Here comes Hart, finds an open slot, but puts it on the turf, gets it knocked out of her cross. The Royals come up with it. It's Yousefi, I believe, on the far side. Check that, it's Amy Larker, 33. Her shot is deflected. The Royals will chase it to the near side. Creco having a great night. The Royals' possession will continue. It's Jess Hart up top. It's a knockdown. Battle for the loose ball. Picked up by CVCA and deposited in the back of the net. Another goal for the Royals. And this one is Jules Yousefi, number 37 for the Royals. 7-1. Yousefi, Johnny on the spot, picked up the loose ball and just dumped it right past the goaltender, Swartwood. The Royals in control early second quarter, 7-1. And they'll have a redraw here. So they stop the clock. And at 7-1, the Bruins have gone to a backup goaltender. The freshman, Sophia Kaminsky, is in the contest. Swartwood's night might be done. Bruins get the draw control for, I believe, just the second or third time tonight. We'll see if they can string together a possession, but they put it right in the stick and cross of Jules Truax. Gets knocked from behind. It's loose on the ground now, but the Royals pick it up again. CVCA controlling the ground balls, but another good defensive play by Padua right there. And they'll try and clear. The Royals, Bristol Vitt gets whistled for a foul right there. So Padua will have a restart. Long pass, it's going to bounce and be picked up on the far side by the Bruins. But the Royals' defense is just ferocious here against the Bruins as they fail to clear. But they will continue to try on the far side. Finally into the offensive zone, but it's knocked away again. And the Royals pick it up. CVCA sends it ahead. .35 to go here. First half. Royals 7-1 on top. It's a restart from the 12-meter arc for CVCA. A dish to the center. They were looking for Jules Yusefi on that lob in. She could not control, and the Bruins dig it out. Once again, the Royals' defense surrounding the Bruins. Whistle blows on the far side, and we'll wait for the call.
Dude, why is it actually so cold? Huh? It's like I don't have an undershirt.
You hear some of the fans sitting right under our crowd mic
Is that right?
talking about how cold it is. It is not warm for May 13th. Pushed up by Padua.
Hello.
And they finally make a connection. Isabella Gefford.
Hello.
Bruins possession continues. Down 7-1, trying to make something happen here. They scored the first goal of the night. That pass to the center, knocked down. Whistle blows. They're going to get a foul against the Royals down low. Padua will restart the Bruins. Here's an angle toward the goal. Defense steps in. Flag is up. And they call a foul against CVCA. So it will be a free position opportunity for the Bruins. Avery Ucker waits. Shot is low and off the mark. Loose in back. One of the Bruins takes a hard fall, gets right back up. Padua retains possession, but a foul against the Bruins, and the Royals will take over. So the longest extended period of offensive possession for the Bruins goes for naught here in the second quarter. CVCA will try and clear. Long pass is connecting. Aylin Creeko's had a night so far. She's going to go 1-on-3. She'll think better of that opportunity. Gets the ball knocked away and taken away. A good defensive play by the Bruins. But the Royals pressure once again. Bruins will restart. Ella Ruzinski trying to clear. Finally passes ahead. She makes a connection, and she finds Geffert. Geffert's going to make a beeline to the goal. Shot and a score. Isabella Geffert gets her second of the night.
Goal for the Bruins, number 25, Isabella Geffert.
7-2. In the first contest against CVCA, as we get the camera set up right there, you hit it in the back of the net. These Bruins scored 3 of their 7 goals on fast break opportunities just like that, and it was incumbent upon CVCA to try and limit those. They had 3 free position goals and 1 goal and a set offense for a total of 7. The Royals had held Padua at bay, and Isabella Geffert, who was the leading scorer in the contest back on April 7th, until that moment. Geffert gets her second of the night, and the Bruins close to within 7-2 here with 4:04 to go in the second quarter. Stick around at halftime. We're going to have CVCA's athletic director John Young join us at the half and into part of the third quarter. Royals control the draw. Taylor Mitchell dug it out, and she gets rewarded by getting it right back. Hart. Bigham. Just 1 goal for Bigham. She's been quiet tonight. Back to Hart. 3.5 to go, first half. Royals up by 5. Larker surveys. Crico. Good defense being played by the Bruins. Bigham will try and find the back of the net, and she does. Second of the night for Greta Bigham. Her 50th goal of the season. You see the replay right here. Bigham goes to her right, scores near side post. First one of the night surrendered by Sophia Kaminsky, the freshman who's into the contest. Ruzinski and Bigham. Ball goes in the air, and Greta digs it out. Crico surrounded. 3 minutes left, first half. Now Larker to her right. She's going to shoot, and she's going to score. Amy Larker gets another for the Royals.
Goal for the Royals, her second of the evening, Amy Larker.
Yeah, what's 67 plus 41?
You see Larker going right and right past the Padua defense. And the freshman goaltender late to react on that one. 9-2 Royals. 2 quick ones for CVCA. 5 Royals have scored so far in the first half. And Bigham wins another. Sends it ahead too far, and it's on the ground. Dug out by the Bruins behind the goal. Near side, here comes Padua. Sent ahead, and a whistle blows. Paige Bethany had the touch, and she'll get it back. As the restart happens, 2:25 to go. Bethany sends it ahead, finds a teammate. Nora Kenny has it. She sends it ahead, loose in front. Comes right to one of the Bruins. Courtney Dunham had it, sends it below to a teammate. And a whistle and another free position opportunity coming up for the Bruins here. 2 minutes to go, first half. And it is Isabella Geffert with 2 already. Avery Ucker waits.
Bottom right corner. Oh, it's just on top.
Shot and a score. Geffert leading scorer on this team, gets the third of the first half for the Bruins. 9-3. You get another look. Ucker was expecting low and Geffert went high. Here's the close-in view. So the Bruins get a third. It's been all Isabella Geffert tonight for the Bruins, but they've needed a lot more. 1:41 to go, half number one. Bodies piling up, finally a whistle. And they're going to award the ball to the Bruins. 1:20, first half. Padua trying to work the offense and get something to go into the first half intermission with. We've got a whistle. And they'll call the Royals for a foul. 1 minute to go, first half. Bruins will restart from the 12-meter mark. Grace Murchkowski had it. She'll send it to the far side, down to 45 seconds to go. At X. Up top, knocked away by Bigham. It rolls out to, and they'll stop the clock with 35 seconds to go. And I believe they're going to call it offsides on CVCA. You see the 35-yard line of the football field. The attack for CVCA are not allowed to cross that line. And you see that's exactly what the call was. They send Jess Hart back, and so they award possessions to the Bruins. We restart with 35, but Bigham knocks it down. Greta has it with the Royals. 30 seconds left, and she is knocked down again. A quick restart. 23 to go. Bigham up the right side. She's got a pair of goals tonight. Sends it ahead with 17. CVCA on the far side, trying to manufacture something right before the end of the half. They'll send it back with 10 seconds left. Bigham, long shot, goes wide, and that's going to do it on the first half. The clock will wind out, and one half is in the books here at Royal Stadium in the Division II Region 5 first round playoff game. The score at halftime: the CVCA Royals 9 and the Padua Bruins 5. And as we go to the halftime break, we're going to pause right now for this message from Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy.
My CVCA story is an investment.
Unity, relational,
Igniting.
community,
Glorifying.
My CVCA story is life-changing,
inspirational,
Christ-centered,
Recovery.
trust.
My CVCA story is leadership.
My CVCA story is a calling.
Coming into CVCA, I know exactly what I wanted. I wanted a Christ-centered education. I wanted friends that would show me the love of Jesus and point me to Christ. And coming to CVCA, the Lord provided all of that and more. Through my experiences leading Embrace, playing on the girls' basketball team, the Lord has really challenged me in my faith. And through those relationships, He's developed me not only as a person, as a follower of Christ, but also as a leader. And for that, I'm forever grateful.
What I didn't realize many years ago when I was here as a student was staff and faculty and coaches, they were equipping me with a calling that I didn't realize God was placing on my heart. Many years later, I'm now here as faculty, as staff, working in an environment that's able to give back just a little bit what they gave to me, which was a calling to full-time ministry.
Going here as a student, there's a lot of things I didn't realize that was impacting me in the moment. And as I went through my high school years at CVCA, it circles around to being invested into and being able to invest into students as well.
Coming to CVCA, I knew who Jesus was, but I didn't know what He meant for me. Growing up here, I have just learned to make my faith my own and really just embrace the fact that Jesus Christ is my Lord and Savior, and He died on the cross because He loved me. That's something that as a kid I knew, but I didn't really understand. And being a middle schooler and now high schooler at CVCA, I've really taken that upon myself and now live out my faith daily.
It all started at Jumpstart when I was worried about making friends and just figuring out how I was going to get through the year with me being at a new school and all. But I didn't realize when I got there that it would actually change my entire life. I found my life in Christ, and a few weeks later, after Jumpstart ended, I got baptized.
It is halftime here at Royal Stadium. Tim Nichols and the CVCA live stream crew along with you. The Royals leading by a score of 9-3 in the first round game of the Division II Region 5 girls lacrosse playoff matchup here against the Padua Bruins. And here at halftime and to start the third quarter, I am pleased to be joined in the booth by longtime CVCA Athletic Director John Young. John, welcome back to CVCA live stream.
Tim, great to be up here tonight. In fact, there's not many places I'd rather be on a cold May night than up in the press box.
It feels like a football Friday in November.
It really does.
It does.
It really does.
It was 51 when we started, and I think it's in the upper 40s. People are all bundled up. Yours truly has 4 layers on.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, and middle of May, right? If I check the calendar correct.
It is the middle of May.
A week and a half of school, and here we are bundled up with stocking hats and 4 layers.
It is what it is in Northeast Ohio. It's going to be 80 degrees on Saturday.
That's right.
But it is the last home event here at Royal Stadium for the 2025-2026 school year. And the folks at home just watched that video from CVCA, which features his story, our story, my story, and the students and some of the teachers at CVCA talking about their CVCA story. JY, you've got a CVCA story, I'm sure, as you announced about 3 weeks ago that your tenure here is coming to a close, but a really cool story as what's in store for you coming up next. Tell us about that a little bit.
Yeah, Tim, so we're really excited. Bittersweet, actually. Lots of emotions we're feeling, but about 3 weeks ago, we accepted an offer to move out to Indiana and become the new director of athletics at Indiana Wesleyan University. And so grateful for the 14 years at CVCA and so many fun memories, even in the stadium, kind of taking in my last formal contest here in the stadium and memories and seeing posters on the board of, the walls here of former athletes and games that we've been a part of. Just a special night for us, kind of reliving some of those fun times.
Taking it all in, you have had an unbelievable impact here at CVCA in your 14 years. Talk about when you came in, why you came to CVCA, what drew you here, and what kept you here for so long?
Yeah, great question, Tim. So many may not know this. I actually came to CVCA from the West Coast. So I was an athletic director at a public school out in Southern Oregon. And my wife, Hannah, and I, we were teaching. I was the AD at the school and just loved the impact we were having. Our school was located right on the ocean. And so, one of those rough days, Tim, you could come out of the office and look at the beautiful Pacific Ocean. And then God allowed us to start a family and had that desire to get a little bit closer to either my side of the family or Hannah's side. And we ended up finding the job here at CVCA. And what really excited me was kind of the vision for athletics at CVCA that was sold to me during the interview process of really a coach of the coaches. And so the term athletic director can mean a lot of different things at different schools. And so for some, it's just managing the contest. It's making sure you have officials. It's making sure you've got the lights turned on. But really the vision at CVCA was a little deeper than that an athletic director would walk alongside coaches, would help shepherd them through the highs and the lows, and really kind of be there to walk with them through the journey of a season. And that excited me about this position at CVCA.
Well, certainly you've had a great opportunity to shepherd how many coaches, any guesstimate, you probably can't put a number on it, but the number of coaches and programs that you've overseen and seen come through CVCA?
Yeah, so at one point we allowed ourselves to count, and thanks to Ben Miller and his calculator, we may have been north of 150 coaches that we would oversee each school year. And you think about the impact that number of coaches has on young people, and just incredible. So multiply that times 14 years, and boy, you get up there pretty quick of the number of coaches you work with.
So talk about what's changed in your role, and in just CVCA has changed significantly since 2011. But talk about how that has impacted you and your department and the front door, as it were, of CVCA and the athletic program.
Yeah, so in a lot of ways, we take that responsibility really seriously, that our athletes are on display every night, and so when we mess up and stub our toe, and believe it or not, Tim, we do from time to time, it's very visible, and people, especially our opponents, moms, can I say that on my way out? They're not afraid to let us know when we stub our toe. And so I think just the public nature of the job has changed. The high expectations, which we love, we don't shy away from. And then certainly, there's things that were never even on my radar, when I started here. Things
Social
like
media probably wasn't even a
what
thing.
we're doing right now, live stream, NIL, even some of the sports, flag football for the girls. There's just so many things that have evolved. Social media, recruiting, the college landscape, signing day. So many different things that have just changed and evolved in athletics.
If you just tuned in, this is Tim Nichols of CVCA Livestream. We are honored to be joined by CVCA Athletic Director Dr. John Young. The Royals are leading 9-3 early second half. The Royals with their first key possession here as they try and make it clear. Padua has had the ball a good part of this half, but the Bruins have been limited to 3 goals tonight, all by Isabella Geffert. CVCA with a fast break opportunity here, but the ball knocked away. A yard sale right there as Aylin Creco, who's got a hat trick for the Royals, lost the ball, but CVCA winning the battles on the ground balls tonight. And there you see another one. That ball ticked up by Addie Chidima. So John, you talked about the number of coaches, all the events. You've got to have some memories, some highs. What are maybe the top 3 that come to mind?
Oh man, that's a tough question, Tim. But yeah, off the top of my head, I think about the playoff run this fall for football was really special.
Royals with a free position opportunity. It is Creco looking for her 4th, so we'll pause on that answer, and we'll see how she does right here. That ball is knocked away and backed up by the Bruins, so they'll take possession. So the run this fall you were mentioning.
Yeah, just special. Obviously for the wins, those were fun, but just seeing a community rally around, Tim, I don't need to rehearse, just some of the special, unique things that happened this fall in regards to Coach Muck and even the Hard Street theme that Coach Cook, kind of rallied around, and just seeing a community come together was so special and so fun. And even as heartbreaking as the final loss was, even still, seeing a community rally around a hard situation like that. And so that certainly would be one for the books. There's no doubt about that.
So I'm going to make a confession here on the air as the Royals get another chance right there. Next goal scored by CVCA. 10th of the night. It's Jules Yusefi with her 2nd of the evening for the CVCA freshman. First of the second half for the Royals, and it is 10-3.
Goal for the Royals, number 31, Addie Chidima.
Check that. They've just made it correction. Addie Chidima on the goal, so she gets her 1st of the night, and Jules Yusefi back to 1. The Royals still up to 10 as you see it right there on the replay. All right, confession time.
Let's hear it.
Coach Cook came to CVCA in 2021.
Yep.
I believe it was.
Yep.
And he presented, which he does every year, his road to the state championship.
Yeah.
And I remember seeing that, and he was talking about Thanksgiving breakfast with the football team. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't know. there's a man with vision.
Yeah, that's right.
And he saw it come to fruition.
Yeah.
And we all got to experience it last fall. And they're ready to come back next fall and do it again. We'll see what
incredible.
happens.
Yeah.
All right, what else?
All right, here's number 2, and this might be some recency bias, Tim, but those who haven't heard need to hear, and we're hoping to tell the story here soon, maybe through the trumpeter. But this spring, I could not have been more proud of our school and our student athletes in particular, who put on a pretty incredible night called Starry Night. And really the vision for that, Tim, for those who hadn't heard, was to invite about 75 guests to CVCA with special needs and to put on a Tim Tebow-esque Night to Shine, Starry Night, special needs prom. And so we asked 75 of our student athletes to agree to be buddies with 75 guests with special needs, and then include another 50 what we called high-fivers, who were kind of like our red carpet paparazzi type people. And boy, just what an incredible night seeing our students serve a population and a group in our community that often is overlooked and not seen. But man, what a special night seeing our kids rally around a cause like that. That was pretty incredible.
Yeah, that's fantastic. So as you depart for bigger and better things, I won't call them better, but bigger, a new challenge, new opportunities. Certainly that is a legacy to leave behind here at CVCA. We hope that happens again. All right, let's make you dig further back into beyond the recency bias.
Yeah.
Early years of your tenure, 2011 to 2015, perhaps.
Boy, yeah.
What jumps out from back in those days?
Yep. So some special memories, even from those early times. I think through some Hall of Fame dinners that were fun. The one that in particular comes to mind, the Bob Peters era of basketball. Those that are kind of basketball purist, being able to watch a Jay Peters-led basketball team that was so fundamentally sound, that was often overmatched from a talent, perspective. But boy, to watch those guys get after it defensively and just out-execute, out-discipline, out-fundamental teams, that is going to be a memory that I'll cherish forever. And man, give Coach Peters his flowers. What an incredible coach, and just as much as he loves basketball, loves the ministry opportunity and discipleship, and pretty special coach.
Royals defense preventing a free position opportunity, but picking up another foul here. So they'll have another one to defend right here. Taking the free position is Mariana Bryan. She runs in and cannot score. Ball in the net of Avery Ucker. Good job by the freshman goaltender for CVCA to prevent another Padua goal there. Royals still leading 10-3, and we are chatting with outgoing CVCA Athletic Director Dr. John Young here. So Coach Peters, a heck of a run, has Padua on the run, shot, and a score by the Bruins. Number 11 for Padua on the goal. That is Smilla Cohagen. She gets her first of the night and the fourth of the evening for the Bruins here, who now trail it 10-4. Again, it's the fast break transition goals where Padua has excelled in both games against CVCA. But the Royals have controlled things for the most part beyond that. Timeout on the field.
Timeout Royals.
And the Mrs. Cohagen just came up to let us know that her daughter's name is Smilla. We had it right, but the public address announcer did not have it right. And so obviously,
where would we be, Tim, without moms to help correct us on pronunciations?
We want you to come help us and correct it. But to our credit, I actually try and get down before every contest and get the proper pronunciation for each of the players.
That does not surprise me, Tim.
But Doug Truax next door doing the best he can, a dad, and he just got a chance to meet Mrs. Cohagen, and we wish them well. Thanks for coming up, Mrs. Cohagen.
Of course.
All right, so resetting, 4:42 to go here in the third quarter. CVCA leading 10-4, a timeout called by the Royals head coach Christy Mitchell. Did not like what she saw from her defense there, as the Royals leading, but have only gotten one goal here in this third quarter. So I'm sure there is a stern talking to perhaps happening in
Some
the huddle
reminders,
on the,
as it were.
on the far side. And you see on the screen right now the Padua huddle, and head coach Mira Kwiatkowski, the young alum of the Bruins class of 2023, who's turned around that season and turned around this Padua program this year, winners of 6 out of their last 8. So, John, one of your legacies here leaving CVCA will be these two teams on the field representing that, the North Coast Conference transition.
Yeah.
And the Royals spent a lot of years in the Principals Athletic Conference. There wasn't a set of teams for our lacrosse teams to play.
That's right.
But now both the boys and the girls have at least 6 of the 8 North Coast Conference teams that are playing lacrosse and sponsoring lacrosse. And there's a league, championships, et cetera. Talk about that North Coast Conference a little bit.
Yeah, when I reflect back even on that time of transition, Tim, it's probably not how I would have drawn it up. I'm a little more of a traditionalist and probably would have slogged it out for another few years in the pack, but God had different plans, and like he often does, sometimes he has to move us a little faster than we would want or desire, or maybe how we would have written the story. And so, boy, I hear horror stories from other ADs about life without a conference and being an independent and how difficult that can be for schedules and even, things that matter to our kids and our families, such as, end of season awards and all league, traditions and those sorts of things. And so to find a league that shares values, being private schools, and even has many of the sports that we offer that are in alignment, we could not have asked for a better fit. And then, boy, I'll brag on our kids and our coaches to have dominated the league. I said it, dominated the league for the first 2 years. Has just been incredible. And I haven't done the math recently, but I will say close to half of the league championships offered in a year and a half, almost 2 years in the league, have been won by the Royals. And so pretty incredible run that they've had. It's
been amazing to see the student athletes from CVCA across the baseball diamond,
right,
the lacrosse field, the football field, the basketball court, wrestling. I'm leaving them out.
Tennis,
tennis this week, just succeeding. And hats off to the kids, right? Hats off to the coaches who are dedicated into seeing success and fulfilling that CVCA. The Royals distracting me here with a game going on, but the mission of the CVC athletic program.
And I'd be short-sighted, Tim, if I didn't mention. The success on the scoreboard is the easy thing to talk about because that's what we all see. It's visible. But you've been around here long enough, and in fact married to one of our coaches, and so you would know the impact, the discipleship, the relationship building, the character. All of those things are so important, and I'm so proud that. From my vantage point, we haven't sacrificed winning, for those things. We've certainly tried to kind of have a both-and approach, and try to include that as well.
Yes. So as we wind down here to the latter stages of the third quarter, the rain has come, and so we thought we'd get through this contest without it, but it's been a season of thunder, lightning, power outages, you name it.
We've seen it
spring
all, right?
Sports, and we're getting some more tonight. So this game will get a little wet as we wind down with the Royals leading 10-4 in quarter number 3. So as you head to Indiana Wesleyan, as the Royals get a shot and a score, Aylin Creco gets her 4th of the night.
Her 4th goal.
And I dare say it may be a career high for Aylin, the young sophomore. We got 3 looks at it, John. You get a chance to look at it with us and the fans at home. The field level shot from our outstanding photographer, T-Fizz Tony Carter, and then the high shot right from the camera in front of us.
What a shot, nice.
Aylin Creco, number 4. So as you head to Indiana Wesleyan, what do you look for in that program? What can you bring from CVCA, a high school program, to an outstanding NAIA collegiate program just over the border in Indiana?
So Tim, I'll kind of bear some insecurities here. There's part of it through the interview process that thought, my goodness, how can a a high school AD step into this type of role and work with coaches that have been highly successful. Those that don't know about the success of Indiana Wesleyan would do well to do some investigating. They are one of the
solid
premier NAIA programs in the entire country, and the collegiate level, there's some different markers, but one of them would be the Learfield Cup, which measures success and across the board. And Indiana Wesleyan has been a top 3, top 5 type school over the last several years, and so they have a ton of success. I think what excites me most about it is the opportunity to even work with coaches that are full-time, that we do well here, but a lot of our coaches have regular jobs, and coaching is just something they do on the side. But to work with coaches that have literally devoted their life and their career to coaching, that excites me. Through the interview process, it became very clear that they were committed to faith integration, which is exciting for me, even at the collegiate level, to not feel like it's just a business of wins and losses, but they really are serious about faith and discipleship.
And another goal for Aylin Creco.
Wow.
Jay, while you're talking about what's happening at Indiana Wesleyan, what's coming up, Creco having a career night here.
Is that 5 for her?
That's 5.
My goodness.
Here she goes. Splits the defense again and goes low on the bounce into the back of the net. Once again from field level. And up top. Looks the same all 3 times, just different looks at the same result. 5 for Aylin Creco as the Royals lead now 12-4 with 44 seconds to go here in the
Tim,
third
one
quarter.
last thing at Indiana Wesleyan that failed to mention is they are on the tail end of an exciting new building project of a new basketball-only arena, which will be opened up this fall. And so I think it's about a 3,000-seat arena with a practice area, a new weight room, suites for fans and donors, coaches' offices up top with glass sliding doors that overlook the floor. And it's just an incredible facility. Got a tour on the interview day out there, but really excited to kind of see what that looks like.
Top-notch facilities at Indiana Wesleyan. We saw it during the recruiting process with my son, who just graduated from Wheaton last week. But football facilities, Division I-like facilities, and I'm sure the basketball arena is going to be similar in terms of the level of experience for the college athlete who's headed to Indiana Wesleyan. So, yeah, tip of the cap to you. JY, it's been our pleasure serving with you here at CVCA, serving under you. We can't thank you enough for your support of CVCA Livestream, your support of all CVCA athletics as the third quarter comes to an end.
Well, grateful for the Nichols family, and Tim, to you, all the hard work you and your team have done. It's just incredible. This is a first-class outfit you guys have put together here, and so grateful for you and your vision and leadership in this area.
Well, thank you very much, and thank you. John Young has been our guest, finishing up his tenure here at Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy at the end of the month, and headed off to Indiana Wesleyan University. He'll find some friendly faces there, some CVCA alums
out there. That's right.
In the football program and in the basketball program, and perhaps some others. But we wish you and Hannah and your kids the best. Don't be a stranger if you ever get a free moment to get back east here, but
we still have family in the area, and certainly many that we still love and care about here at CVCA. So don't be surprised if you see the Young family around from time to time.
All right. Well, we haven't done it today. I'll keep you here for this, but as we hit the third quarter break, we want to let folks at home know that they've got an opportunity to support CVCA Livestream. It is a professional production, as we like to call it, with 100% volunteer staffing. CVCARoyals.org/give-now is your opportunity to make a tax-deductible contribution to Cuyahoga Valley Christian Academy. Those funds go directly to supporting the equipment needs of this live stream production. The amazing group of guys that put this on every week, never taken a dime for doing what we do here. So if you have been privileged or honored or overjoyed, whatever the verb you want to use, in watching what we do here at CVCA Livestream, and you are brought to desire to give and support what we do, we'd appreciate that. So click that or scan that QR code or go go to that website, cvcaroyals.org/give-now. And when you make your donation, make sure you reference CVCA Livestream. We can't thank you enough. John Young, same thing for you. Can't thank you enough. Good luck to you and your family. Thanks for joining us here during the third quarter. Royals leading as we head to the fourth, 12-4. What an opportunity there to have Dr. John Young spend one quarter of his final game here at Royal Stadium with us here on CVCA Livestream and with you. Hope you got a flavor for what it's like to have had perhaps the best AD in the business at the high school level with CVCA for the last 14 years. Here, Christy Mitchell's CVCA Girls Lacrosse Royals program is on their way. 3 quarters in the books, leading 12-4. Aylin Creco, 5 goals, having a career night tonight against the Padua Bruins. Royals will go right to left here in the fourth quarter. And the Royals control the draw once again. Assuming the Royals hold on, they'll be back in action next week against the 2 seed, the Walsh Jesuit Warriors. CVCA, we didn't mention it, the 13 seed. This is actually a first-round game. Not everybody plays a first-round game. Royals with an outstanding season, but perhaps seated a bit lower than they expected, but they'll take it. They got a home game, and they're making the most of it tonight here at Royal Stadium against a conference mate in the Padua Bruins. Bruins have been all over Greta Bigham tonight, and that has opened up her teammates. And there's Amy Larker with it. Foul against her as the rain continues to drip down here at Royal Stadium on a cold mid-May night. The Royals will restart from the 12-meter, and Larker will pull it right out. Creco, 5 goals. Larker. And now Bigham. Give and go to Bigham. She hauls it in, shoots, and it's deflected, saved by the goaltender. Once again, Sophia Kaminsky's been in since the Royals put the first 7 on the board. Kaminsky's given up 5. She's been in relief since midway through the second quarter. The freshman and the Royals turn it over. Loose ball push against Padua, and it's CVCA will restart. Quick pass up to Greta Bigham. The junior recorded her 50th goal of the season tonight, but has been largely held in check. Certainly neither team surprised by the other. Both very familiar with the other, having played this season already and being conference mates. Glad you've joined us tonight on CVCA Livestream. Shot and a score for the Royals.
And for her third goal of the night, number 33, Amy Larker.
Amy Larker on the goal for CVCA. You see Larker picking up the loose ball and depositing it in the back of the net. So we are into the fourth quarter of our final broadcast of the year. I want to remind you that you have the opportunity to follow us on social media at CVCA Livestream on X, on Instagram, and on Facebook. And once again, if you're following us along on YouTube, we encourage you to sign up for that YouTube channel. Subscribe to our CVCA live stream channel. We did have a few issues with the stream getting started tonight, and hope you found us. If you were a subscriber, you'd see when we go live every time we do. So make sure you subscribe to our social media pages as well as our YouTube channel. 13-4, CVCA leading in this one. Bruins looking to try and manufacture something here. They'll get the benefit of the call here. After driving into the heart of the Royals defense in front of Avery Ucker. Here comes a free position opportunity for Padua. It'll be to the right of Ucker. Shot, and Ucker with a quick save and quick outlet to Jules Truex. Good job by Ucker, and a quick clear. Crico having a career night, driving toward the goal. He's going to dish, and the Royals will reset, or will they? Zoe Polak still trying to back herself into a crease roll opportunity. Mitchell, that is Taylor Mitchell with it. And she sends a errant pass, which is still loose. And finally, Jess Hart digs it out for the Royals. 7:45 just about to go here. Final quarter of the final game of the 2025-26 school year at home. Here comes a chance, and off the post, a shot by Bigham. The rebound comes out and is collected by the Bruins, and they will run out with it. Pass up, though, is right to one of the Royals, and it's turned over. Crico in traffic. She'll continue after the whistle. Rain coming down a bit harder now. Bigham trying splitting the defense, and a shot goes wide. May have been deflected by the goaltender. Stays in bounds, and it's dug out by Padua. But again, the Bruins cannot clear. Loose ball is last touched as it heads out of bounds by the Bruins in the scrum, and the Royals will retain possession. Emma Mitchell on the far side, one of the two Mitchells, not related, on this Royals squad. Crico again shoots, and she'll score again. The career night of the CVCA sophomore continues her 6th goal of the evening for Aylin Crico. Watch it again.
And with that goal, we will have a running clock.
And with the 14th goal of the night for the Royals, the first time this evening, it is a 10-goal lead, and so the running clock has been initiated. It'll be a quick final 5:45 of this one, unless Padua can come down and reduce the lead to less than 10 goals. With the 10-goal lead, Greta Bigham's night at center is done. Amy Larker gets a chance to take the draw, and Jules Yusefi picks up the loose ball. She's checked from behind. Padua with a caused turnover and a ground ball. First time of the second half we've called out Isabella Geffert. She's got 3 of the 4 goals tonight for these Bruins. She'll dish to her teammate on the near side, who takes it to X. We've got a whistle, and it may be a free position.
Free position Bruins.
It is. And so it's the Bruins number 11, Smilla Cohagen, who will take the 8-meter shot. And it's a save by Avery Ucker. She denies Cohagen. But an errant pass for the Royals. Right out of bounds, it'll turn it right back over to the Bruins. It will be the last game of the season for this Padua team. Give and go chance right there. Shot and another save by Ucker. That was maybe one of the nicest developing plays of the evening for Padua. But Avery Ucker was all over it. And there is the player of the game. Passing it ahead. Bristol Vitt on her horse. Shoots, and it goes wide, and she'll pack up her own shot. Aylin Creco on the pass up to Vitt. Padua looking to clear once again. It's sent ahead, and Geffert again. Geffert on the run, shoots, and it goes wide. 3.5 to go. We'll have some post-game highlights for you before we're off the air, so stay around. Comes another free position for Padua. And once again, it is Smilla Cohagen. She was denied by Avery Ucker last time. We'll see if she changes up her approach. Shoots. And another save by Ucker.
Save for number 45, Avery Ucker.
The junior Cohagen. She's got to be thinking, what do I need to do to get a goal here? We'll see if she has another chance. Passes it into the inside. Does the Bruins, or do the Bruins? But it's dropped. Whistle blows. It's a foul against the Royals for a loose ball push. They send Amy Larker back. And the Bruins will restart from the 12-meter arc, 2:24 to go. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage tonight. Our extended time with Athletic Director John Young. And a big Royals win here in the first round of the OHSAA Division II Region 5 playoffs. CVCA will be back in action next week against Walsh Jesuit. It'll be a walk across the street for the Royals. The Warriors will be the home team. They are the 2 seed. The Royals, the 13 seed in this division. Jules Yusefi pulls it back. And now she'll pass it ahead. Connects on the pass. But a check from behind. And the Bruins. Geffert again. Poke checked away by Jules Truax. Geffert will restart with a quick restart. Can of corn pass right there almost. A shot, yes, but an easy save. Maybe the easiest she'll have all night for Avery Ucker. Bristol Vitt sends it ahead. Taylor Mitchell now. Final 70 seconds. Royals leading by 10. Jessica Hart. As the clock winds down, under a minute to go here from Royal Stadium. Hart, right up the middle, she'll shoot and she will score for CVCA.
Goal for the Royals, number 8, Jess Hart.
Second of the night, she had the first of the night, and she may have the last for CVCA as that clock continues to run, now under 40 seconds. You get a look right here, and the C's parted, and Jessica Hart right up the middle. Put it behind the goaltender, young Sophia Kaminsky. Final draw of the evening as the raindrops pelt down here at Royal Stadium. Clock is going to wind down, and CVCA is going to win their 9th game of the season. They'll get a playoff victory as Christy Mitchell's troops move on in the Region 5 playoffs, and they'll face their neighbors from across the street, Walsh Jesuit, next week. The Royals victorious tonight. The final score, CVCA 15 and Padua 4. One final time this season, Mighty Royals, the Royals fight song playing on the loudspeaker tonight. And the Royals Get another win. Big night for Aylin Creco here. 6 goals tonight for the CVCA sophomore, a career high for Aylin. Congratulations to her. And for the Padua Bruins, their season comes to an end. Final record of 7 wins and 10 losses. A season that began 1-7, finishes 6-3. So despite the outcome tonight, the Bruins certainly have a lot to be proud of in their 2026 campaign as they turn it around and have a lot to look forward to in the coming years in the North Coast Conference for Padua. As we have made it to the post-game, we're going to take a look at some post-game highlights now from our crack staff here at CVCA live stream. Roll them, guys. Here they go. We'll follow along with you. This looks like start of the game. First goal of the night was scored by Padua. It was Smilla Cuyahoga on that goal. Off in the second half tonight, Cuyahoga with the Padua goal.
Number 31, Addie Shadima had a goal.
And one of the 6 from CVCA's Aylin Creco. Despite the stick being checked there, she put it in the back of the net as she beat the Padua defense. There was Amy Larker on the loose ball, picked it up, and the goalie came out, and she put it behind Sophia Kaminsky. Creco with another one right here. I believe this was her 5th of the night. Avery Ucker says, "I'll take that, thank you very much," on the free position chance taken by Smilla Cuyahoga. And another save by Ucker right there, the young freshman goaltender for the Royals. She has been a revelation for CVCA between the pipes this season. Cuyahoga denied again. And here comes the final goal of the night for CVCA's Jess Hart. Recapping the Royals' goals tonight, Jess Hart had 2. Amy Larker had 2. Aylin Creco, a season and career high 6. Greta Bigham, just 2 goals tonight. That's all the Royals needed. A goal apiece for Jules Yousefi and for Addie Chidima. For the Bruins tonight, 3 goals by Isabella Geffert and a single goal by Smilla Cuyahoga. And that's going to do it on our coverage of the 2025-2026 school year. And we are thrilled that you joined us tonight for CVCA live stream. Great to have John Young with us, and a shout out to our amazing staff tonight, the people who brought you the pictures tonight. Sean Mosher up high, T-Fizz, Tony Carter dodging the raindrops down low. The best in the business, John Powell directing tonight, and Zach Nichols, home from college, doing the job on the replay station tonight for the staff here at CVCA Livestream. This is Tim Nichols. Again, follow us on social media. We'll be back again in the fall to bring CVCA football to you. In the meantime, have a great summer, everybody. So long, and have a good night.